Hey guys, it's me again, Angelica, also known as Alzagzzz. I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day. I hope you guys are staying safe wherever you are, and please know that you are loved. So, for today's video, I'll be talking about primer to continue from my last discussion, and let's get right into it. Okay, so what are primers? Primers are typically this makeup product that allows your makeup to hold on better onto your skin, onto your face. It acts as a base so that there's something your foundation can adhere to other than your face itself so that it doesn't clog up your pores. So it acts like this little film, basically. It also comes in liquid, in cream, in gel form. It can aid in reducing oiliness. It adds in moisture sometimes, depending on the type. It also can be used to reduce the appearance of acne because some of them do have salicylic acid, which helps in reducing the inflammation from acne. And then another thing is that it can fill in pores if pores are a main concern for you. And a lot more other skin concerns. Another thing is that typically, like, quickly and thickly. I'm sorry, I had to look at my notes real quick. But basically, you don't need a lot of it. You just need enough for the area of concern that you're trying to deal with. So, for example, if you have like an oily T zone, which is again your forehead, your nose, and your chin, you honestly may need just half of your pointer finger, like half the size of your pointer finger, and that's enough to cover this area. And then, but that's only to tackle the oiliness, right? If, for example, you're dry in other areas, make sure to, of course, put a more moisturizing primer on those areas. If you have pores that are significantly much more noticeable or larger in, for example, near your nose, then you just need to basically do a slight tap, mix it with another finger, and dab, dab, dab lightly. Or you could press it in, press it in, press it in. But again, primer works best when it's a more targeted approach. So a primer that's more to reduce the amount of oiliness would do better if it's for just the oily parts of your face in comparison to putting it all over your face. And then what if, for example, you're dry near your mouth? That's not going to be good. It'll lead to more dryness near your mouth, and it might actually lead to your foundation cracking from that. So only use as much primer as you need, but try to also listen to your skin. Like, what does your skin need as well? They can come in different forms. So it can come as a tube, it can come as a pump, it can come as a pomade, it can come as liquid, it can come in many different forms. And honestly, it's not the form that I would think is the most important part, it's more the formula. So, for example, if I have oily skin on my T zone, especially, and I feel like the e.l.f. Pore filling primer, although it's for pore filling, it's also good for oily skin types like me. And so I just do one pump, just press it once, and that one pump is basically what I use for my T zone, and that's it for my T zone. The rest of my face, I just use a regular primer. And e.l.f. is a really good value for your money since it's fairly cheap. I believe it's like $6 for a small one that can last you a whole year. And if you want the larger one, which would be I think around $12, again, that lasts you at least a year, if not more. And that's only $12 or $6. And again, try to listen to your skin. So that's for oily skin types. If, for example, you're more dry, use it. Too Faced Peach primer, if I remember correctly, is one of the, or the Hangover. the Hangover primer is also very good, especially for dry skin types. But of course, that's fairly expensive. So instead, it's by the brand Essence, and it's like this little pot. It's a pot of primer, and it can last you the whole year basically, and it fills in any areas that have like dryness. If you have any texture on your face, it's also very good. It's called the Pore Perfecting Primer, if I remember correctly. I'll make sure to note of it somewhere on screen for you guys. Somewhere on screen. But yeah. And then, of course, if you're a normal skin type, you can honestly just use the regular water-based e.l.f. primer. E.l.f. primer is definitely just one of the best go-tos if you're on a budget, but you want to look snatched and ballin'. E.l.f. is gonna have your back. It's also cruelty-free and vegan, if I remember correctly. So it's also not gonna, it's not gonna hurt your heart in a sense as well. So I talked about oily, I talked about dry, I talked about normal skin types. And of course, if you're combination, then take your pick. You can either try out the oily recommendation first and see if that works for your oily areas, and then if you see that that's improved the oily areas, hey, maybe try out the next part of your face that's the combination, the second combination or third combination to your skin type. But again, like every person's makeup journey is different, and I'll just do my best to give you as much information as I can in regards to personalizing your own experience. I hope I gave you guys as much information without like bombarding you too much, with just some basic beginner information, really. I hope this helps in your makeup journey, and I hope that I can just share with you as much as I can, really. Um, I'll be uploading another video coming soon. Sneak peek, it's gonna be whether what step you should do next, basically, for your makeup routine if you so choose. But yeah, again, I hope you stay safe. I hope you're in a good mental space, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Ooh, it's hot.